Holy
And
crap.
we're back. We are
Dude.
back.
Dude, it's been what, 2 weeks?
Dude, it's been this episode. I'm calling this episode in my notebook right here, Calvin. Yeah. I wrote down Pex Pals, The Long Summer. Oh. It's been hot. I don't have AC.
Dude, oh my God.
Some bummer things happened in my life.
Yeah.
Work was busy for both of us. Sorry, guys. Life got in the way.
Dude, and I had company over the last 2 weeks.
You did.
Like, it's just been work and then the heat and then it's been too much, man.
We had to take. Straight up, just so everybody knows. Like, I live in a little beach town, so nothing has AC here. Yeah. So, like, the 2 weeks out of the year when it's like unbearably hot, like, you know, might look at my area. Oh, it was only 79. Well, yeah, that means it's like 95 in my apartment all day.
Yeah.
So, like, my laptop wouldn't even turn on. Like, I literally couldn't work from home one of the days I was supposed to. So everyone's sorry we've been gone.
Sorry.
If you're like, who are these two jabronis apologizing to us? I'm Joel Cupcake.
And I'm Calvin, and this is Pex Pals, the only Apex Legends podcast for the mediocre gamer. Feel free to follow us on all our social media platforms at Pex Pals Podcast. If you like YouTube, we're there too. Come check us out. Watch the video. Get us up to 100 subscribers so that we can make our own URL. It's free. They should just give it to you anyway. But whatever. Anyway,
it's whack, dude. Wiggity whack, dude.
Anyway, if you want to reach out to us, you can hit us up on all our social media platforms. We are very active on them. If you reach out, we will respond. Or if you like to email people, email us, pexpalspodcast@gmail.com. Welcome back to the episode. Sorry we took off like a nice solid week. Like we said, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of things happening in the world. People losing their careers over on Apex Legends.
Oh God!
What a shit show,
so like, he can just go be in Toy Story 5, dude. It's fine, bro.
Oh, like, wow, dude! Hit him with the Sid.
For those of you that don't know what we're talking about,
a particular Apex player, worldwide #1 Apex Predator dude. And
he's actually not the #1 this season.
I don't give a shit. I don't care.
You don't care. I'm actually surprised you're talking about this right now.
Well, I'm just saying it's relevant, right?
Yeah, true.
Dude said some shit about devs, and now they're blacklisting him, and he's all, "Whoa, like shut up, dude."
Well, he's been saying this about devs.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
And then now he like hit up a hacker to prove that you're hacking me so I can get this dev in trouble for not doing his job. It's like, what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah, stupid, dude.
It is interesting to me though, Calvin, that like EA would take the steps to not let this person play in like matches or in like competitions.
Yeah,
but like they won't just go fix the anti-cheat.
See, not like that's because anti-cheat. Not to get too far into it, because anti-cheat is such a much more complex than you can easily ban someone who's harassing innocent people.
No, true.
You know what I mean? That's so much easier than.
Oh, I'm not saying he shouldn't have been banned. I'm not saying
I know.
That.
I'm just saying it's just much easier to do that than it is to rewrite a whole fucking program. But anyway, whatever. Fuck him. Fuck him.
I'm loving your bandana look, by the way, dude.
Thanks, bro. Sons of Anarchy. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got the Sons of Anarchy, or like you look like you play in Crowbar. Like, great band, by the way. If you guys don't know who Crowbar is, check them the fuck out.
Anyways, fuck him. Fuck the pros. Fuck everybody. This is Pex Pals. Fuck you. Our weekly segment is happening right now, whether you like it or not. It is called Weapon of the Week. And if you're new here, how the fuck did you find this? Number one. Number two, if you're new here,
thanks for being here.
Not
how the fuck did you find this? Thanks for being here.
Weapons of the Week is a segment we do every week. If you're not new here, shut up. Let me explain. Weapons of the Week is a segment on this show that we do where people like mediocre gamers like myself and like Joe Cup, we don't always grab the same weapons over and over and over, because grabbing the same weapons over and over is no fucking fun. And every week, it seems to be every week a new weapon seems to just be bussing, seems to be hitting better than any other gun that week. And so weekly, Joel and I like to talk about what weapons are working for us this week. And I'm going to ask you, Joel Cupcake, what is your weapon of the week?
You know, we haven't been playing together very much because we both had alternating schedules. This one's actually going to surprise you.
Oh, tell me, please.
The fucking wingman.
The wingy dingy.
So an interesting thing. We've talked about this on the show in the past. Everybody, if you want to check out the old episodes, we would love that. Not a big deal if you don't. I have this crazy conspiracy theory / rumors on the internet that the DigiThreat supposedly eliminates your aim assist because it highlights the enemy. Don't know if that's confirmed or not. I used to actually hate the DigiThreat on the wingman. It was the one gun I would never put it on. I have been putting it on the wingman. We'll get into this next, but I've been ripping and tearing on caustic like just nonstop.
Okay.
And I've been running, dude. I'll just do double DigiThreats. I'll do like a Volt with a Digi and a wingman with a Digi, or a wingman and an Eva with the Digi, or some. But dude, the wingman, like, I used to feel like it made me worse to use the Digi. Now I feel like it makes me better, bro. So I've been ripping and tearing with the wingman, which I didn't even expect to give a shit about picking it up this season. Honestly,
right.
I really didn't.
Right.
So I don't know, but you know what, Calvin? I feel like mine was like kind of lackluster. Like I wasn't too excited like I normally am for that one. Like more like, ooh, yay. But what the fuck is yours?
My weapon of the week may be a shock to you because I talk so much shit about shotguns, but my weapon of the week is the Peacekeeper.
I mean,
bro,
other than the R301, it's like the old reliable of this game.
See, it's not for me though. See, that's the thing. Like, I don't use shotguns. I've said this hundreds of times.
Yeah, yes.
I don't use shotguns because I'm other than the beak because I'm bad with shotgun. Shotgun am bad. And so I don't use them. But I just been like, fuck it, I'll use the Peacekeeper. I don't care. And dude, I wiped the whole team by myself with a PK. Like, it was insane. I literally got down to 1 health and I killed 2 people. Like, they got me down to 1 health and I killed the last 2 people. One of them had full shield. One of them had full shield. Yeah, it was nuts, dude. It was insane. But the PK, I don't know. I think because it made changes to the EVA 8, and I've been using that more just because it doesn't suck anymore. And so I've been using that more. And because I'm getting back into the rhythm of using a standard shotgun, I'm like, I can pick up the PK. And because I'm getting that that muscle memory in, just how to use the shotguns the best way. It's been clapping. And dude, like the choke on the PK, dude, like it has distance on it, man. That shit, that shit has good, and for good damage too. Like the damage drop off is like still pretty good. But yeah, that's the PK, dude. Like it's been my gun for me this past couple of weeks or so, like that. Yeah, it'd be busting.
I'm glad you brought up the range. Like that's like, I have like there's a few things in the game I like to do, like that I just think are trolly. Like one of my favorite things to do is you put a 3x or a 2-4 on a Diva with a turbo. And like you ping someone from across the map with a headshot from a Devo, like you will never see a person scatter quicker in this game. And so it's like one of the things I love to do is like when the team doesn't know you're approaching and you're just like taking the long range, like charged PK shots and you're still hitting them for like 40 every time. And they're like, am I be like, you'll just watch someone run because they're like, I'm being shot by a PK and I don't even know where the person is. Like, but it's undervalued for sure. Like if you do like, everyone knows I'm a fan of the double shotgun game.
Yes.
Like if you do a PK and you as you're approaching, you're just pinging with the PK and you pull out the Eva, you can rip 2 whole people that way.
Oh, hands down, easy peasy. Funny thing. The best gun in the game, hands down, is the wingman, right? And I'll tell you this. I'll tell you why. I was in the firing range today, and I was playing with Vantage. I wanted to see just how nutty the damage boost is off the tag. Notably, the Sentinel, after you tag them and you charge it with the 2 shield cells, and you shoot them in the head, does 200 damage.
Holy Jesus balls!
200 damage. So you tag them anywhere on the body, doesn't matter. That is 50 damage, right? With the Vantage's ultimate. Yeah. And then you shoot him in the head with the Sentinel charged, like a supercharged Sentinel, 200 damage. 202 to be precise.
Jeez,
202 damage. But I discovered something that I did not anticipate.
Hit me with it.
The wingman with
Yeah.
the skull piercer
Yeah.
does 120 base, like with no damage reduction
Interesting.
on a helmet, right? With the skull piercer, wingman does on a headshot does 120 damage.
Oh.
The fully charged PK headshot does 120 damage, which
Okay.
is insane, right? Because you have to fully charge a shotgun,
Yeah.
close range, like gun in their face, close range to do 120 damage. But with the fucking wingman, it's just there. Put a skull
just
piercer
there.
on, yeah. So like,
I don't
fuck
even know what
that
to say
gun.
about that.
Anyways, listeners, what is your weapon of the week? Like I said, hit us up on all our social media accounts at Paxwell Podcast. Email us at paxwellpodcast@gmail.com. Or if you want our fucking Discord, we got a Discord now, guys.
We do
And
indeed.
if you wanna come and just have a talk, come do that. We'll put the link in our description below on wherever you see it on your podcast app. I don't fucking know. Or you're watching on YouTube, it'll be in the description there too. So whatever.
Yes.
Anyways,
Yes, what Calvin said.
Joe Cupcake. What you got? What's next, man?
Calvin, what's next?
Yeah.
Well, let's get to what's coming, brother. I don't want to get into it this episode. We'll talk about it next episode. But they have determined the name of the collection event for Loba and all that stuff, and we are getting another LTM for the second split. So those of you that love your LTMs, we'll talk about that next episode. So you're gonna have to come back for that. But Loba's heirloom is coming, and there is a new LTM and also a collection event around the heirloom per usual shit.
Yep.
They announced November 1st, Eclipse is the next season. So season 15 will be called Eclipse. We are getting a new map. It's a moon map. There's a rail system around most of the moon base, which is good because I think a lot of people really hated when they took the trains out.
So sad,
of
dude.
World's Edge, man.
So sad.
Like you take the trains out and you took out the Mirage Voyage. Like part of me is still hoping they bring that back. Like
they're not bringing it back.
So I know so many people loved that, dude.
I
like
love
that
the
was
Mirage
like,
Voyage,
especially with how hard countered Mirage is right now. They should just be like, our bad.
Well,
Here's
they can't.
The shit back.
They can't bring it back because they fucking gave it to another character on Apex Mobile.
Oh god, that's right.
Yeah. So it's gone. It's no longer Mirage.
It's gone.
They gave it.
It's gone.
It's gone.
But we are getting a new map. Hopefully that means I think Calvin, we can both agree Stormpoint goes out of the rotation.
Oh, dude.
Hopefully.
Give me that.
I always want Olympus in rotation. That's I don't know why. But that's my map, dude.
So you know what? I hate the fact that ranked doesn't rotate maps. I think ranked should rotate maps just like pubs does. Why wouldn't you? You know?
Exactly.
Because the problem with keeping one map for ranked for whatever 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, whatever it is that people find shitty rat spots and then they just fucking rat, and then you're doing the same rotations over and over and over. Like you don't get better at the map. You just play it shittier as the time goes on.
Seriously.
So
but then we get that new legend, which is that weird Fortnite looking one that builds platforms and stuff. Her name's supposed to be Catalyst. She's supposed to be like a goth mommy. I think the story, the way the lore that Apex Legends has been posting is for those of you that care about lore, I know that's like maybe 5 of you other than me. It looks like the lady that has Loba's fan.
Wait,
sorry. What? So Loba's heirloom is a fan. It belonged to her mom. She loses it when they run from the lady that started Loba off being a thief. So Loba stops being a thief to hunt down Revenant. I think the lady she worked for is Catalyst.
Okay.
I think that's the way they're going to tie the lore in.
Can we talk about what a missed opportunity to make Loba's fucking shop staff the heirloom?
Yeah, Cody and I talked about that on the episode you were gone. But it's such a big point. I'm with you. Like that's such a gross error. Like I don't know how.
What an oversight. What a misstep. What a gross error. What I can't think of anything else. But yeah, dude. Like so cool. I'm excited. We'll talk about all that new season shit once more information comes out.
Next episode.
What else you got?
what else I got? Real quick, there's been His and Hers Live, our guests that we had. They've been hosting a smaller tournament.
Judy and
It went
Andrew.
pretty cool. It's a lot of not the typical teams. So if you guys want to check out a lot of the smaller orgs at really mixing up the team comps, check that out. The number one comp over there has been the Valkyrie Horizon comp.
Interesting.
Which I thought was interesting. That they're using both Valk and Horizon. I guess when that team like rolls off your tongue, you're like, oh, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, does it? Like, Horizon's ult gets destroyed pretty easy now.
But it doesn't, though.
Horizon, but it's also broken. I forgot.
Still takes a full ass clip, dude. Still takes a full ass clip.
Well, yeah, but I mean, your own team's nades hurt it now. That's what I meant.
Yeah, but still, who cares? The damage is done. You know what I mean?
I think my beef with her ult these days is not that. It's, I think that you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but it's the term collusion with the map.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can be inside of a building and just throw it against the edge of the building, and if someone's outside, they'll just pull them into the edge of the building.
Oh, you mean like, okay, it's not collusion. Yeah, I thought you were talking about like people colluding means like helping each other.
No. Oh no, that's definitely not the word.
You just mean the physics of the gravity pull.
Yeah, like the physics are like, because we were on Stormpoint the other day, there's the little tunnel that goes from checkpoint to like where the Spader Cave is with the res station.
Yeah.
And then like there's the couple houses underneath Waterfall, and like that area, I love holding that room as Caustic. Because it's very, very defensive legend heavy.
Yeah.
But I'm fighting some team. I have a Arcstar prepped in my hand, and they throw a Horizon ult on the outside of the door, and it sucks me into it from the inside. And then they just open the door and just melt me. And I'm like, dude, like, like it goes back to the age-old conversation of like Caustic's ult is broken, like doesn't work right, broken. There's like a structure for how well Watson works. There's a structure, but like, why does she get this ult that is just like, I understand that it can tear open doors and then suck you out.
Sure.
But it being able to just work through a solid object, like other than the drill from Mad Maggie, nothing in the game is supposed to work like that.
Joe, I wish that you would tear down my doors and suck me out.
Wow. All right. We can stop the fucking episode there. Holy shit. I'm like tingling because you said that. I can't wait to clip that and send it to your fucking wife.
I love how they just threw you off the course, dude. Like you were not expecting.
I'm like, well, what do you have to say about Horizon, this comp, Calvin?
No, okay. So Valkyrie is actually a shock. Like I'm actually shocked that the Valkyrie's still being used. Just because they gave her a bunch of nerfs. But she's still 100% viable, right?
Oh, she is, yeah.
Her ultimate is still, because that's what made her strong, right? Her ultimate still does what it needs to do. So, of course she'd still be up there. The Seer makes sense because a lot of people have been really rocking Seer lately. It's been insane. That was bad.
Sorry.
No, yeah. So
we slide that into the Joel category on that one. That's
so a lot of people have been using Seer a lot lately in lieu of Bloodhound because obviously the Seer is better than Bloodhound. Seer has the heartbeat. Seer's Q interrupts you, and Seer's ultimate is great for tracking a large area over a span of time. And so Seer makes sense, right? Now Horizon is the odd factor here. But I think the reason why Horizon's been good, and the reason why Horizon was good and highly picked before is Horizon is the secret, aggressive, pushing character. A lot of people don't really expect that for Horizon to be that character because you're like, well, how she's so slow or whatever the fuck, blah blah. But
blah blah blah.
Her ultimate is the pull. You can chuck grenades. You can pull people out of cover. You can, you can really do some damage to people with the ultimate. Her tactical is great because people surprisingly are really bad at shooting, and it's hard to shoot someone as they glide into the air and float away from you. The fact that you can chase somebody like off of a building and not get your stun on the landing.
Oh man,
You know,
I don't think people realize how huge that is,
that's
dude.
so huge because
It's the
that's
same thing with like why more people don't play Rev. Like those two characters have insane mobility kits. Like
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
get it.
And Horizon is just like the whole chase aspect. Like the reason why you're running and then you slow down is because that's built into the game. Horizon doesn't have that,
Yeah.
right? Horizon doesn't have that when you slide and you jump. She just keeps going. And so being able to maintain that speed, right? The only person who is comparable to that is Octane, but even then, Octane still has that slowdown. You know, even Pathfinder still has that slowdown.
Yeah,
But
but
that's when people
he's a brain dead character. So no, just kidding. Just kidding.
Octane, no, he is. And so like the fact that people are just now like they knew it back then, but they thought it was because she was broken. But now they're finally realizing that that's how she's supposed to be. She's supposed to be go, 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 go.
Yeah.
You know, it just makes perfect sense.
Well, and especially with all the audio issues the game's consistently plagued with, like, you know, it used to be, oh, I didn't hear that Pathfinder zip. Like, dude, I just get Horizons landing on me, and I'm like, no grav lift noise, really?
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
come on, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, no, Horizons. It's like what we've been saying, man. It's like what we've been saying. Like
Mhm.
every character is not meta, obviously, but
Yeah.
every character, it just people aren't utilizing characters enough to realize why they're so strong, right?
That's fair.
And so it's like Mirage, right? Like if you go on Reddit Mirage mains, the subreddit Mirage mains, you see some crazy Mirage plays,
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
And not just in like lower level silver gold, like up into platinum and diamond, and even masters
Well,
ranking. Like people, it's like he has a purpose. It's just that people don't want to utilize them
yeah.
because there's more accessible characters. Horizon, no, I'm sorry, Mirage takes a little bit more like thinking, right?
Yeah.
He's not fully big brain, but it takes a little bit more
He's like in
thinking.
the middle. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
But people don't want to. You just want to go.
Well, and you know, as we talked last episode, I got the plat in ranked. Now that I'm in plat, when I'm doing, if I'm not with my PC friends, so I haven't seen it in PC lobbies, in console lobbies, I'm seeing a ton of people playing Mirage and plat, which I don't know if it's because they don't realize that he's hard countered by Vantage right now, but I'm also seeing a lot less Vantages than I was at the beginning of the season. So it's interesting, like that I'm seeing. I mean, we love Mirage on the show,
For
so
sure.
by all means, like let's keep him coming.
Yeah.
But
So
you know,
those are my thoughts. What do you guys think out there listening to the show here? Do you think the new meta, the Valkyrie Seer Horizon comp is good? And who do you think should be the best meta? Let us know.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting you bring up Valk with the nerfs because this is I wanted to bring up something. They nerfed her Q or her tactical or her missile swarm, whatever way you want to refer to it. I love not getting hit by it now.
Oh yeah, it's great.
But on the note of not getting hit by something, I think they shadow nerf something that no one is talking about. I think they shadow nerf Gibraltar's ult.
Oh.
I mean, we have a friend that we play with, Colton, that is a Gibraltar main, and he has stopped playing Gibraltar because there were multiple games where he'd throw his ult on a platform the size of the ultimate, and the team, the bullets, like it would either hit someone once or like just not at all.
Interesting.
And the team would just like avoid the missiles and just shoot at you. So like I think, and then I played Gibraltar because I had like 2 of the weeklies like do 5,000 damage as Gibraltar, or whatever, you know what I mean? As the Jibi man, and I fucking did it, and I was like, every time I threw my ult, like I mean, like you've seen me do some pretty cool shit with Gibby for a character I don't play that much. Like I'm pretty good with him, and like every single time I threw the ult, even it doesn't matter if it was paired with Horizon, doesn't matter if it's a third party, fourth party, fifth party, I'm getting nothing done.
I think they nerfed his ult a couple seasons ago, actually. I don't remember.
I don't know. I'm like severely feeling it now. You know what I mean? Like
because I noticed, not lately, but I've noticed that every time I've thrown the ult, it doesn't really do anything. You got to get lucky that it hits the people you're throwing it on.
Which I feel like it's always been like that, but it's like significantly worse these days. Like, I mean, it's to the point where like it's almost like the complaints I have about Caustic. Like, I've literally seen a team just run through my Jibi ult at me to kill me. Like, no bubble, no fear, and I'm like, that shouldn't be happening.
Interesting.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, we're about to get into the bulk of the episode, but just a few things to rattle off real quick. I want you legends to feel like you got something real juicy out of this episode. For those of you that like to do the whole 1v1s in the firing range, Respawn is bringing that back. It might already be back, actually. I haven't checked, but they are bringing the ability to like do that in the firing range back. Don't know if they're adding the red shield back or not. They did address it. For all you Xbox One and PS4 people, they are working on making the smaller, the patches smaller and faster. So that's good. I play with a lot of friends who still have PS4, and it's like the download is quick, but then like the copying the files takes a gazillion years. I don't know why PlayStation does it like that, but
it's so that when it loads up, it's faster instead of having to pull it every time.
Oh, which is why sometimes my shit takes 8,000 years. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Cool. For you Xbox One gamers, I've been retweeting some stuff. This actually applies to some of the PC players. If you go to our thing, they're doing new Elite 2 controllers. They're doing Elite 2 Slim controllers. There's a third-party company making new controllers that only have 2 paddles on the back. If you're looking into like an Xbox-based, more diverse controller, there's plenty of options. Just Google it on the internet. I'm not going to go long about that. Biggest thing that I think is awesome for the gaming community, Calvin, that happened this week and a half is fucking Discord is on Xbox now.
Yeah, finally. Jesus God.
Fucking, I know. But it's every Xbox. It wasn't just select members. It's everywhere. This is funny. Discord is in a business partnership with PlayStation, and Xbox still got it first. Don't know how that happened.
Right.
I think that's fucking awesome. For those of you that do a lot of cross-plat, just trust me, just use the Discord. Like the quality is better, the functionality is better. Your PC friends will not fucking cuss you out anymore. Interesting enough that right when this happens, Calvin, Xbox party chat gets a noise suppression, auto noise suppression, which I mean, literally I played with Cody the other day and he told me, he's like, dude, you literally sound like you got a new microphone.
That's awesome.
That's how good it is, Calvin. So it's just funny that they released that the same week we get Discord.
That's so funny.
Other than that, before we get to the bulk of the episode, I just want to toss a tip out for some of the people. I'm seeing a lot of hate for Kings Canyon. You see it, I see it. Especially for ranked. Man, the one thing I've noticed that my blueberries, for those of you that are new to the show, blueberries are random because their color is blue, depending on your colorblind settings. Your randos, nobody pays attention to like who's around you when you drop, Calvin.
Yeah, I noticed that. It even shows it on the fucking mini map.
And that's like something I mean, I already did it, but you like really taught me how to pay attention to that. Like I was already doing it. Yeah. But like you were like when I watched you really pay attention to it, it's like the amount of times people don't drop first. Yeah. Like pretty much unless the drop point is caustic, whatever POI is directly underneath the ship, like not like I'd say 8 times out of 10 in ranked, you're going to be uncontested.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's been a new streamer I've been watching lately. Well, she's not new, but I'm new watching. Her name's Girl. She's really cool. Got a great community. Very, very like positive. Like she knows everybody. Anyways, I like watching her. She tweeted out like 5 like ranked tips, and this was actually her number 1 ranked tip. Was pay attention to the teams dropping near you. Yeah. Because her number 2 tip was like listen for fighting, scan the beacons, learn the rotations. Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest thing that's helped me this season is not even watching where I'm dropping. My biggest personal rank tip for this season is like pay attention on the map where the beacons are. Seer and Valk are so popular, and Vantage. All 3 of them can hit the beacon. Yeah. So when you're rotating, once you see the first ring, you want to rotate the direction where there's no beacons. Guarantee you will survive longer that way. Probably. That'd be that's my biggest tip I picked up this season. What about you? You got something you want to drop on the listeners before we get into the juice of our episode?
No, it's just, but I just want to harp on pay attention to your fucking mini map. Like when you land, it highlights red. It's like, hey, there's people landing next to you. Yeah. Right. And your fucking character even says it out loud. I got an enemy incoming. Like, fucking pay attention. Not even that. Like, yeah, you landed in this spot, but who landed north of you? Who landed south of you? East and west, whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and is that location close enough for them to grab a gun and rotate and third party on you? Correct. Another team landed on you. You know what I mean? Like, I It's funny. My friend Hammer was here the other week, and my wife asked him, was like, "What's it like playing playing Apex with Calvin?" and he goes, he criticizes you a lot. he criticizes you a lot, and he's like, at first I used to just be like, "Meh." He's like, but Calvin like knows what he's talking about. Like he goes into the firing range and memorizes the damage numbers, and so I thought that was funny. That was hilarious. Uh, why did I say that? Oh, because
I don't know. You said
because
that.
I hate to be the guy who criticizes people all the time, but like I land with whomever I'm playing, we kill the team who lands with us, and then I'm like, all right, stop fucking looting because there's another team coming, or there might be another team coming. Just shield swap, you know,
Yeah.
grab ammo if you need to, or fucking learn to loot faster. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to go through every single line in someone's loot box to see exact. Well, I have a frag grenade and I like to diversify my grenade, so I'll check if these boxes have an arc. You know what I mean? Like whatever the fuck people do. You have
Yeah.
your gun, wait till you're fucking good and clear, then switch guns, or grab ammo, grab a fucking shield. If you need a backpack to grab more ammo, grab, like, you don't have to do so much in a loot box after every single fight. You don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just learn to loot faster, or stop being so dependent on looting.
Yeah. Well, and like I
In
said a couple
ranked, in
episodes,
ranked.
yeah.
In
When
pubs,
I
I
said a
don't give a
couple,
fuck what you do.
yeah. When I said a couple episodes ago, I was like, pay attention to your teammates.
Yeah.
Like if you have this much of your shield missing,
Yeah.
you like let your homie that's one shot take the armor swap.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Just pay the fuck attention. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways,
Anyway.
so thank you, Calvin. That was I think both of those are good tips, and I've been liking our tips lately because there's simple stuff that I think it's really easy for people to forget and
Yeah.
look over, especially like what you just said.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
for those of you, just so you know, I'm not just tooting Calvin's horn over here. Like when I really started taking the game seriously and started trying to get better, especially at ranked, Calvin did help me like quite a bit. I still think we need to do that gun breakdown. Like I think we need to do a YouTube tutorial with you, Calvin. I still
Okay.
think we should do that and put it on the face or on the Facebook. Wow.
Yeah.
There's my boomer. There's my boomer coming out.
You gotta put it there on the Facebook.
All that there on that there Facebook. All right. For the meat of the episode, for the juice, the heart. For those of you, as Calvin mentioned, we do have a Discord going. Thanks to those of you that have joined. We've had some great discussions so far. We're hoping to get some more members soon. Links in the bio. It's everywhere. Just follow us on socials. You'll figure it out. It's also in the description of the show, by the way. We have a member of the community there who's named Bimba619. What's up, homie? Obviously, you're going to hear this at some point in time. He really loved our segment, and I really loved our segment. I hope you loved it too, Calvin.
Yeah, me too.
Where we ranked the SMGs last episode.
Yes.
He asked us to do that with the fucking assault rifles.
Let's go.
And I am fucking ready. Now, I think we should do a disclaimer before we get started on this. For those of you that didn't listen to the last one, this is our opinions of the ARs this season.
Yes.
Okay. We all know the R301 is the best gun in the game. We all know that. But that doesn't mean it's Calvin and I's number one pick this season.
Correct.
So just so don't come in half through the episode and you're like, oh, look at these nerds, like not talking about the R301.
Right.
Fuck you. It's our show. How about that?
Wow, Joe, I'm supposed to do that, not you. I'm supposed to be the aggro.
I need to catch you off guard today. Like
that was you caught me off guard.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I gotta keep your cute little like ballerina tippy toes, dude.
So the for assault rifles in the game, I'm pretty sure there's only 4 right now.
Correct.
So the assault rifles in the game are there's one pretty much in every ammo class except for a shotgun, a sniper rifle, obviously.
Correct.
And they are the guns that take a barrel, or if they don't take a barrel, they're just the bigger guns than the SMGs, and they're not as big as the LMGs. And so they're primarily used for close to mid range, and some can even go as far as far range. With if you select the right firing or
attachments,
so the assault rifles in the game are, in not ranked order, are the R301, the Hemlock, the Havoc, and the Flatline. The R301 is the light ammo assault rifle. The Hemlock and the Flatline are both heavy ammo assault rifle variations, and the Havoc is the energy ammo variation. So we'll start it off with number 4. Joe Cupcake, what is your number 4 assault rifle?
For this season, this is actually like really shocking for me. It's the Flatline.
The Flatline.
It's the Flatline. Like, I don't know if it's just the other options for other guns. I haven't been using it, so like, I mean, I had that recoil pattern down flat the last 2 seasons. You know what I mean? I was using it a lot. It's not even that it's not hitting that well for me. Like, it's not hitting as much as I would like because I'm not using it. But I just don't have the desire to pick the gun up.
Okay.
Like, so it's not performing. I mean, yeah, I guess technically if it's 4, it is performing poorly for me. Normally I'm like, give me a Flatline, give me a Bruiser, and I don't give a shit what my secondary is. That's how I've kind of been the last couple seasons. You know, even with the Spitfire coming back, you know I'm a Spitfire boy, but I've even been using the Flatty over that. You know, and like, just for right now, just the way, like, we have too many good guns on the map that I'm good with.
Agreed.
Flatline's coming in at number 4 for me.
Interesting.
What about for you, my friend?
This is gonna shock you. You're not ready for this answer. The number 4 assault rifle for me is the Havoc. Did that shock you?
No.
Whoa.
It's like fucking impossible to find a turbocharger.
That's my point. That's my point. And so I kind of want to say there's 5 assault rifles, right? There is the R31, the Hemlock, the Flatline, and the Havoc, and the Havoc with the turbocharger.
Which is obviously number 1 for both of us.
Right. Well, it wouldn't be number 1 for me, but it's up there, right?
Yeah.
Which it's definitely.
It wouldn't be number 1 for you?
It wouldn't be number 1 for me.
I'm a little upset with you right now.
So here's the thing. The reason why the Havoc is number 4 for me is the largest reason is the fact that in order to it's still usable without the turbocharger, but putting the turbocharger on it just makes it so much better, right?
Oh yeah.
It doesn't increase the damage, it just increases how fast those bullets come out. And that is like life or death, right? Like, oh crap, you know, like suddenly there's someone in front of you, pull the trigger. It's not right. It's just go.
Yeah.
You like that sound effect? Like Looney Tunes or some shit. I don't know.
It was
why I
great.
did that.
It kind of made my like, you know what, pucker up. So
your Mentos. I don't know, dude. So anyway,
my fresh maker.
Your fresh maker.
That's where my brain went. You know, Mentos, the fresh maker, like good, like. But now we're we're flirting with dangerous territory.
The fact that you need a turbocharger to I don't want to say viable, but make it just as good as the other guns. Number 1. Number 2, this accessibility of energy ammo. It's just like sometimes there's so much, sometimes there's so little, right? Especially now that the Volt is back. I feel like they've replaced the RNG of the Havoc with the Volt. And so you find more Volts than you find Havocs, which is just weird. So yeah, Havoc for me, number 4. What's your number 3?
Okay. My number 3 is the R301.
Oh, I am not shocked.
Yeah. Now keep in mind, I picked it up the other day and I was ripping and dipping.
Sure.
Like, no disrespect to that gun. It's solid. It's the tried and true of this game. I'm pretty sure it always will be until people stop playing Apex and they shut the servers down. You know what I mean? That being said, you know, it's just, I'm going to look for a Volt first. I'm going to go for light ammo, you know, depending on my loadout. Like, I'm going to do, I'm doing a G7. Yeah. I'm doing a G7. And if I'm not doing a G7, I'm doing an alternator.
Right.
Like, I think a lot of people have realized that the alternator is like the sleeper gun right now. You know what I mean? Good. Like, it
does the job.
I prefer it close. It's honestly, the alternator is the Spitfire. It's kind of weird if you think about it. Like, it's what the Spitfire should have been. Like, with like just the damage and the rate of fire and the ability to adjust your shots. Anyways, I'm off subject. R3 is definitely, you know, number 3 for me. It's still hitting good. Honestly, Calvin, I'm getting the feeling that with all the guns we have back and how there's not a priority on the R3 and the Flatline, I would not be surprised if we get that hop up back. because the R3 is completely viable to me as a single fire gun if I cannot find a G7.
What the fuck was that called? What was that attachment called?
Not Skull Piercer. Why the fuck can I remember?
I don't remember it, dude.
It's not Disruptor rounds because that was the alternator.
It was the attachment that increased the damage for the R301 and the Hemlock or the Flatline in single fire.
Yes.
Fuck, what was it?
I don't. Can you look it up? Just Google it.
I will. Keep talking.
Yeah. So, but I would not be opposed to them bringing that back. You know what I mean? I was always a big fan of running, like that's honestly how I run my Flatline now more is I run it in single shot to do the mid-range damage. And then when they push in, I close with my Eva or my Volt. You know what I mean? So, so for me, unfortunately, it's the R3, not in a bad way, but it's just because I'm having way too much fun with the other two.
It's the Anvil receiver.
We should have remembered that.
We should have remembered that.
We've definitely done episodes about this. Like it was in our top hop-ups when we did that list a couple episodes ago.
Yeah. How funny.
Yeah. So that's our number 3 is the R3. What about you, my sick doggy dog?
Number 3, this was hard for me for whether to put this number 2 or number 3. But for me, the number 3 is gonna have to be the Hemlock.
Interesting. Okay.
And just for the fact that it's just a little bit harder to use than the Flatline, right?
Yeah.
The 3-round burst is good. It does you could rip someone before they even realize it. I think the Hemlock excels in single fire.
Excels.
The 3-round burst is great. But you put a 3 times scope on that motherfucker. You put a and you have it all decked out with all the good attachments, stuff like that. You put that thing in the single fire, dude, like you're not missing. Like the damage is low, sure, but you're not missing. It's pop, 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 right?
Yeah, for sure.
But the fact some people aren't comfortable, clicking like that. And the fact that it's just the single fire, it shoots just a little bit slower than the Flatline single fire. And so but it doesn't do more damage, which is weird. Actually,
that's very weird.
Does it? No, it doesn't. And so it doesn't do more damage, but it shoots a little bit slower. And so it's just like, where is this gun and why is it there? Just for versatility? But no, I mean, a lot of people in the higher ranks use the Hemlock because they have good aim, and the 3-round burst just fucking rips. So
correct.
So I don't want to neg it too much because you haven't said it yet. So so I want you to do your number 2 and your number 1 because your number 2 gives away your number 1. So go ahead.
Oh, that's pretty fucked up, dude.
Well, we did that for the SMGs.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah. Sorry. So I don't know why. So my number 2 is the Havoc.
Number 2 is the Havoc.
Yes.
I was not expecting this.
So the number 2, and there's a lengthy explanation. You should not have let me go first.
No, that's fine.
The number 2 is the Havoc. As you were saying, without the turbocharger, the gun is hard. Mm-hmm. Now, everyone that is a frequent listener of the show knows that Havoc's probably my number 1 gun.
Yes.
Maybe not right now with the glorious selection we have. I have always used the Havoc as a secondary.
Mm-hmm.
That is why it is not the number 1.
Interesting.
Because why would I use the Havoc when I could use an EVA 8 with a purple stock and a purple shotgun bolt? Why would I use the Havoc when the Hemlock and single file? Wow, I don't know what word that just came out of my mouth. The Hemlock and single fire, or the G7 in single fire are. I mean, this G7 still feels like a shotgun when you hip fire it. And the Hemlock got a huge buff to the hip fire that everyone is still neglecting. Like if the hip fire on the Hemlock is better in single fire, like I ash face tared to a person who saw me first and fired first, and I beat them hip fire single shots with the Hemlock because of the buff that they gave the gun that nobody
Yeah.
is remembering about.
Mhm.
So the Havoc is number 2 because without the turbocharger, like you said, to me it's always been a secondary gun.
Yeah.
But there's I mean, alternator, Eva,
Mhm.
P20 with hammer points. Like there's
Yeah.
so many things that are a better secondary right now than the Havoc. The Havoc
Right.
still, to my knowledge, I mean, we'd have to do the math, but to my knowledge, the Havoc is still the fastest time to kill in the game
Oh,
with
hands down.
the turbo.
Yeah.
Especially with the turbo. It
Yeah.
even beats the Devo because the Devo has such a kick. It's
Yeah,
so
and well, not even
sporadic.
that, the Devo still has a little bit of charge up at the beginning.
Yeah, even with the turbo. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
And
so
the fact
that's
that the Havoc and the Devo, right, not to rag the Devo, but the Havoc, is my 4th place. It's your 2nd place. But even if you have all the good stuff on it, it just rips through ammo.
dude, it
You just
really
like
does.
you bleed your ammo so fast with the Havoc.
The Havoc's like the R99. Like
Yeah.
you have to have so much ammo
Yeah.
to effectively use either of those guns.
Mhm.
And that makes my number 1 the Hemlock.
Interesting.
And I'll tell you why. It's a very niche reason why, Calvin, because of Vantage.
Mm.
If you pull out a Hemlock with a 3x scope or a 2-4, and
Mhm.
you couple it with Vantage's passive,
Hold on. Couple?
couple,
Couple.
couple,
Couple.
is it? Couple's a word, like a coupling.
A coupling?
Oh man, we're not gonna have this debate right now.
Okay.
Tomato, Calvin. I'm hitting you with that, and we're walking away.
Okay.
Anyways, stop, Mr. College Boy. Anyways, you
couple it
pair
with
you pair it with
pair.
Vantage, and it's almost as powerful as the Wingman of old, where like you can use a Wingman and take down a team. You can take down 2 people before they even know where you are from a distance.
Mhm.
With Vantage's passive, knowing where your bullets are going to go, I mean, man, you can terror, especially on how big of a map Kings Canyon is with high ground, like in ranked, you can
Mhm.
terrorize teams with the Hemlock in burst or in single fire.
That's true.
And like I'm still going on record, and I think the most powerful gold weapon in the game is the gold Hemlock.
Mm.
Like if you get in the groove and you hit all your shots, it doesn't matter what they have. It does like you will beat somebody with a charged PK. Like if you're hitting your shots, it does not matter.
Interesting.
So my number 1 is the Hemlock. It's underappreciated. It's underrated.
It is.
I think the fire rate is maybe why more pros don't use it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't get it because like the gun is phenomenal. So if you're
It's
a
a great gun.
Vantage main and you haven't fucked with the Hemlock, like do it.
Yeah. I agree.
Do it. What
I
about
agree.
you, Calvin? Obviously, you only got 2 options left.
Mhm.
I'm actually very curious to hear for this season what's your 1 and what's your 2
It
of
shouldn't be a
AR.
surprise.
I mean, let me guess. Is it Flatline R3?
2 number 1?
Yeah, Flatline's
Yeah.
2 and R3's okay.
Absolutely. So
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
so number
explain why.
2 vote for me is the Flatline. And the reason why it's number 2 and obviously number 1 is the R301 for me and probably for a lot of people.
Mhm.
And instead of explaining why one's 2 and one's 1, I'll explain why one's better than the other one, right?
Okay, fair.
So
Yeah.
the Flatline does more damage than R301. Sure, right? The Flatline has way more kick. It has huge kick, and you can't compensate for that kick because you don't get as many attachments as the R301. See, R301 does less damage than the Flatline, but it's nominal, like 1 or 2 here or there.
This is true.
But the Flatline has a similar rate of fire, but you can shoot that bitch like across the map with accuracy. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just so reliable. It does what it's supposed to do. Um, both guns lack magazine size, right? So it's not so much that one gun just holds more than the other one. Like the Flatline does hold more than the R301 maxed out, but
Okay, yeah.
like you're missing more Flatline shots than you're missing R301 shots. So it kind of makes sense.
Respect.
The Flatlines single fire is exceptional compared to the R301. The Flatline, people don't realize this. The Flatline is just like the Spitfire. It's the exact same gun.
Yeah.
The Flatline does 18 damage to the body. The Spitfire does 19 damage to the body. The Flatline does, what is it? I think it's 35 damage to the head. The Spitfire does 36 damage to the head. Right? It's like almost like double.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And so, and you're like, okay, yeah, but the Spitfire shoots faster than the Flatline full auto, right? You can single click. You can put the Flatline in a single fire and shoot it faster than the Spitfire. So if you're good at,
True.
doing some fast clicks, single clicks and single fire with the Flatline, you can shoot the Flatline faster than you shoot the Spitfire. So therefore making it have a higher DPS than the Spitfire. The only problem is the Flatline gets 55 rounds and the Spitfire gets 30, right? So you're running out of ammo faster.
Yeah.
But what's accuracy and what's DPS, compared to magazine size? But anyway, the fact that the Flatline, for me personally, now I'm getting to why
the sarcasm in your voice is amazing in that last statement, by the way.
For me, the reason why the Flatline ranks lower, even after I sing its praises, ranks lower than the R301, is personally for me, I cannot shoot that gun with a greater than a one-time sight because the closer I zoom in on someone, the more the kick comes into play, right?
Yeah.
Like if I put a 2 times on it, depending on the distance, I can do well. But as soon as I put like a 3 times or like a 2-4, which is what I like to do, I like to use the bigger sights on the AR guns.
Yeah.
The kick just is insane, and I'm not gonna sit here and try to learn fucking memorize spread patterns. I'm not doing that shit.
No,
I'm just grabbing guns and I'm shooting, right, as best I can.
Yeah. No, makes sense.
Especially on moving targets, right? And so the fact that it just doesn't have the same accessibility and the same reliability as R301 puts it at number 2.
Yeah.
Number 1, R301. It's all reliable. There's light ammo everywhere. There's light ammo everywhere. And it's probably because there's just more light ammo guns than all. I mean, I think heavy gun has more now. But no, they're like the same. There's just so much light ammo around. It takes all the attachments, so it gets the best shot.
Yeah.
Right.
True. Actually, it really does take all the attachments. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I mean the R301 only doesn't have a hop up, right?
True.
And if you bring ammo receiver back, then it takes all the attachments. But even then, most people would find ammo receiver, put it on the gun, and never use it.
True.
But like, why would you? It's R301. You don't have to use the ammo receiver. It's just the best gun in the game. It's the best gun in the game. Hands down.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Listeners, how would you rank the ARs, the assault rifles in Apex Legends, the R301, the Hemlock, the Flatline, and the Havoc? How would you rank those? Let us know. Hit us up on the social medias at PEXPOS Podcast. Email us, pexpospodcast@gmail.com, or join our Discord, which the link will be provided to you. Let us know.
In the description of the episode. It'll be there.
In the description of this episode. Let us know. We want to know what you guys think and how close they relate to ours. And if you want to, give us details. Tell us why.
Yep.
I want to know.
Yep.
You know what I wish? I wish there was another type of gun. And I don't know what class it would be in. Not necessarily like a marksman gun. You know what I want?
Okay.
You know what I really, really want? And this might make people very angry. I want a short range gun. Right? Like very short range, close range.
Yeah.
Laser. I want a laser beam. Like the charge rifle, right? But a consistent laser that does very low damage.
Yeah,
like
very low damage.
Lower than all the other damage, but it's just a straight fucking laser that is it's almost like a lightsaber, right? But it takes ammo and you shoot it and it shoots a laser out that goes only a short distance and you can damage people with it. That's what I want.
Interesting.
Like, how cool would that be? Like
Interesting.
it goes through doors or some shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe make it an
I'm
item.
definitely down for more guns that either break doors
Mhm.
or shoot the handle open. I do think like that's a physic they need to explore a little bit better.
Mhm.
I mean, honestly, like the type of gameplay I do and have, I just want them to figure out how to fix the fucking Spitfire, man.
Mm.
Like it's in
What's
a
wrong with it?
it's in a bad state right now, man. Nobody wants to use it. I mean, I'm an avid Spitfire user and I don't want to use it.
Really?
Yeah, there's just I don't know if it's the recoil. I don't know if it's maybe they like pseudo increased the bullet drop and didn't tell us. Like it's just not hitting the way it used to. Like
Interesting.
if I'm being 100% honest. Like
I mean,
I
I
just
don't think I've had any like notable, interesting like. What are you doing?
what do you mean?
Are you like watching something?
No, I'm opening Apex packs while we're talking, dude. Because I had the game open because we were looking at all the different assault rifles, you know?
Anyway, I think you bring up a good point. They need to do something about this fucking door meta. The door meta is really
Yeah.
annoying.
Well, and it's like they made it so we can destroy Caustic's mines because they were too OP being stationary,
Mhm.
right? They gave Rampart walls more health,
Mhm.
but they're still pretty easily destroyable.
Mhm.
A passive thing that actually I don't know if I mentioned this last episode or not. You probably remember. You have a better memory than I do, just in general. I noticed the caustic gas now. Like
Mhm.
if I throw caustic gas in a room where there's a Watson, the gas will actually tick the fences and destroy the fences.
Yes.
So they finally made that a physic, which I don't know why it wasn't originally. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, so why? I think there was like a thing on Reddit that I brought up like a long time ago, where somebody had a good point. Like, why if caustic gas is acid, why doesn't it destroy Octane's jump pad? Why doesn't it destroy
Interesting.
doors? Why doesn't it just? I mean, it should destroy everything except for the
Right.
black hole. Is like the only thing. You know
Sure.
what I mean?
Sure.
And I don't hate that idea, but I do wish like. And I mean, how many times do you try to throw a nade across the map because you don't have an arc star and it bounces weird and doesn't blow the door open? And you're like, bro,
Yeah.
come on. You know what I mean? And it's like, because right now it's just like, so Vantage's sniper shoots the doors open,
Yes.
the wingman, the 30-30, and that's it, right?
Wait, the wingman shoots doors open now?
I thought it always.
I have no idea. I've never shot a wingman at a door.
I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure Waffle taught me that.
Oh, that's the trip.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
speaking of things that I didn't know, like I said, I was Vantage in the firing range.
Oh yeah,
Vantage's ultimate, and for those of you who don't know, which maybe you haven't played Vantage, but if you shoot someone one time with Vantage's ultimate, it increases the damage that the person takes. So if you shoot them with your ultimate and you switch guns, your gun will do more damage on that shot, and as long as they are marked by Vantage's ultimate.
Yeah.
But that also works with grenades. Did you know that? So if you shoot someone with Vantage's ultimate and then they get hit by a grenade, the grenade does more damage.
Interesting.
Yeah. Crazy,
Really?
right?
I mean, I guess that doesn't surprise me, but I should have.
Yeah.
We're just not putting two and two together type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it works with grenades. I was like, wait, does this work with grenades? And it does. It does work with grenades.
Wow. That's
and also, I don't
okay.
know, I've never said this out loud, and I don't know if anybody's ever actually paid attention, but Vantage's ultimate, if you shoot them once, it does 50 damage. But every shot after that does 100. It isn't just the next shot. It's every shot after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you're able to like one shot, two shot down, and then like if you hit them without their res shield, you kill them right away.
Yeah.
So you can full kill someone in 3 bullets.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
That's why I'm surprised the higher skill of people haven't figured out a way to incorporate her into ranked, because like people like you.
What's funny is like everyone who plays this game, or like people who play consistently, knows the 3-2-1 move, right? If you're unfamiliar with the 3-2-1 move, it's you and your teammates are running along, you see someone not paying attention, or they're paying attention somewhere else, and you have like their back and they have no idea you're there. You and your teammates do a countdown, a 3, 2, 1, and you all shoot at the same time to ensure that you do the maximum amount of damage to this one person and maybe down them. And so Vantage is the ultimate 3, 2, 1 character.
She really is.
You hit him with the ultimate one time, your friends are doing triple, double damage, whatever the fuck. And it's like I said, the Sentinel does 200 damage after a Vantage shot. You hit him with the Vantage shot, you switch to a Sentinel, charged with the shield cells, does 200 damage.
That's what we should really be doing is that type of team up.
It's insane. The Wingman does 130 damage.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's insane.
Anyways, and honestly, Vantage has helped me be a better sniper too, Calvin. Like,
oh, absolutely.
I got my 2K badge with her. The game I got my 2K badge, I was using a Sentinel. But like, you don't actually realize how low, like how little bullet drop that gun has until you play it with her. And I was just fucking ripping. And then I finished the game and I was like, oh shit, got a 2K badge. You know what I mean?
Easy 2K badge.
Easy 2K badge.
Anyways, we've gone over the hour.
We have. Calvin, speaking of 2K badges, we'll wrap the show with this. How's your little hunt for all the 2K badges going? Did you get an Ivory Legend yet?
Not yet. It's funny is I got it on all the new legends, but I still haven't gotten it on Valkyrie. Still Valkyrie. I don't know why. There's something about that character. I just can't break 2K with her.
That's, but I've got it for everybody else. That's me and Rev. Like every game's like 18 or 1900.
Oh my god.
And I'm like right there. Like I needed like 10 more bullets. You know what I mean? I feel it. I broke 1.5 mil damage on Caustic.
Sheesh. I mean, makes sense. That's your boy.
That is my boy. So I was stoked on that accomplishment.
Yeah.
Listeners, your accomplishments, come to the Discord, drop them. We want to hear.
Yes.
This has been Pex Pals.
This has been Pex Pals.
I am always Joel Cupcake Worldwide. He is always El Calvano Mano.
Sometimes.
Always.
Okay.
Always.
All right, everybody. Thank you. Love you. Bye.